Welcome back to the most professional StarCraft 2. It's usually a term I use to describe the level of the players we have facing off. But today it means something in addition. The length of the game, the literal amount of StarCraft 2 we're going to see here on Neo-Humanity. I don't know how long it is, and I don't know if at the end I'm going to be satisfied or I'm going to be left wanting more. But without further ado, or double entendre, let me introduce the Zerg player, the Italian stallion. It is Reynor. And the red Terran in the bottom right of Neo-Humanity. We have the Polish Terran player. It is Spirit, who's been showing a lot of himself lately, getting far in these top-tier tournaments. The ESL SC2 Summer Regional. And if you like a nice, long match, if you like a feature-length experience, or however long it is, if you like some great StarCraft 2 or Terran versus Zerg, you know where I'm going with this. Well, then make sure to like and subscribe. Jimmy, what are we at? 1,036 likes. And Jimmy will get metaphorically paid one more day. And I'll cast another series, or game of StarCraft 2. Probably tomorrow. And I'll probably do it anyways. But I don't know what I'm gonna feel after this, but it's gonna be something. Oh, the grenade comes in, and Jimmy, already, come on. I need to know what's going on. I need to know the health bars. Did that hatchery get mildly damaged by the grenade after it was thrown underneath? Or because the grenade was thrown before the I think it did some damage. I'm not entirely sure, but kicking things off, Reaper Scout, relatively standard so far, as, yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. No Roach Warren, no Proxy Racks, nothing like that. Neo-Humanity is not particularly well known as a late-game map. It definitely can be cut in half. There aren't that many bases compared, or distance between them, compared to something like Gresvin, for example. But you do have that rich Vespine base, and then, of course, what I lovingly call the Bone Trench. The rocks blocking off the valley in the center, the cooling towers potentially being dropped on any unsuspecting armies, or at least cutting off a potential attack. But so far, so textbook, as Spirit has opted for 3 command centers. He's got Banshees with Cloak. Just one Banshee for now, right? Usually you don't stop at one. But Hellions off a Reactor. Reynor's going to be getting a lair quite quickly. So, very likely Baneling speed, unless he wants to do some sort of ridiculously quick Nidus timing. But there's only one gas right now. So, Baneling speed is usually, almost always, the choice off a quick lair. Of course, barring that silly Nidus play. But he's not building a Baneling now, which is starting to make me suspicious. I'm not ringing the alarm bells or calling Dark in for copyright infringement quite yet, but it is getting a little interesting. With no Baneling nest in the production tab. Stim, Cloak about to complete. Second Banshee is finishing up back at home. Spirit, is that a 4th command center? Yep. Well, there you go. Is that and a Mutalisk Den? Oh my. Well, yeah, we see what trajectory this is going. The Mutalisks are the choice. Reynor, well, honestly, Spirit hasn't done very much at all to prevent Reynor from expanding his creep. Spirit is full-on macro. He has no qualms about letting Reynor expand the creep, as long as he gets his economy, his infrastructure up back at home. Plenty of racks already, as well as that 4th command center and 1-1 begun. Whereas Reynor, on the other hand, is still looking at... He doesn't have any evolution chambers. He hasn't started Baneling speed. I think he's saving up as much gas as possible for the Mutas. Ooh, dodges a Banshee hit with the Spore Crawler. Alright, Banshee's gonna come in, poking and prodding the Banshees with the dual purpose of not only potentially killing workers, but getting a decent amount of scouting done just by existing near the base. And Spirit gonna scan the main, see absolutely nothing of importance, which is kind of a giveaway in and of itself. I think it does not see the Spire, well hidden by Reynor. Directly in the natural, would take a scan or running directly in. But Spirit, somewhat, where are you going? Is he going the other way? Coming back around. 5, 6 Mutalisks on the way. Already something interesting. Mutas have kind of fallen out of style. Very simply because Terran, like, by the time, this is relatively quick for the mutas. And Spirit has 4 bases, 66 SCVs and counting. Is going to have 1-1 done. So, mutas aren't well known as a fighting unit. But I think Reynor's going to build up quite a count and look for his opportunity to strike. We'll see if any turrets are on the way. No turrets at all, so no suspicions whatsoever from Spirit here, as he is just focused on moving out. Evolution chambers are just now finishing up for Reynor. The mutas are swinging into the 4th, and this will be quite a wrench in the plans of Spirit as he moves his way out. Gonna find himself killing not 1, not 2, but 3, 4 SCVs. I can count very well. I can count to 1,036, but maybe not one by one. Mutas driven away as gets one of the Banshees. The other one cloaks in time. Traumatic experience. Well, Reynor keeps Spirit busy, and he's not very... Important to note, Reynor, well, one, he's always been a very mid-game oriented player. He has a pretty awe-inspiring / second-hand carpal tunnel-inducing amount of APM. So, usually averaging over 600. He's got an infestation bit on the way. What I'm trying to get to is Mutiling Bane is well known as probably the most APM-intensive unit composition in the entire game. As those mutas have to be babysat more than your 3-year-old child you hope doesn't turn out as a Protoss. But even half a second straying the wrong direction, they get shredded by Marines, blast out of the sky by Thors, Widowmines pop up out of nowhere. The mutas are incredibly fragile, expensive, high risk, honestly, usually kind of medium reward, but very much up Reynor's alley for all those reasons. Dodges everything with the Spore Crawler, cancels here. Jimmy, I don't feel like I'm there. I need to feel like I am the SCV dying to mutas. If I don't feel like that, I don't know how I have an emotional connection with the SCVs, which is for some reason necessary here. Don't question it. Mutas swing in, but Spirit has locked things down. He's got a few Thors. He's made no effort to move out. You can kind of see where we're going with this. His bunkers are throughout the field. He's got already a tank spread. 2-2 is about to finish. Hive is only about halfway done for Reynor, so he's still a long way off doing anything more drastic than the Mutiling Bling. But the Lurker Den is on the way. So that will be the first choice of the Hive tech. +2 Carapace for Reynor. Has a 3rd Evo chamber, going for triple Evo upgrades. The Bone Trench rocks have already been taken down. I'm not sure who did that. I think it was Spirit. Just fortifying his position. Mutas trying to swing in. They will pick off another SCV. A few changelings pop out of the Overseer and something of a panic. More hatcheries on the way. We're going to have to start... Yeah, there really hasn't been too much loss so far. Tallying up how many bases Reynor takes on the other side of the map. As so far he's taken a hatchery on every base on his side so far. So nice magic bots with Spirit. Slurps up the Thor into a medevac. Drops it back. Not really getting anything for it. Already Ghosts on the way. As we've kind of speed run our way to the supreme late game. The Ghost, Thor, well, that's most of it. and then whatever you want to fill in. Versus Lurker. Well, I'd say the ultimate late game for Zerg is the Spellcasters, the Infestors, the Vipers, as well as the Broodlords. Just an obscene, disgusting amount of Broodlords. Oh, Zerglings, yeah, having a meet and greet with Hellbats. The Hellbats getting a little heated. An attempt at a drop taken down with all hands. Mutas slap it out of the sky. There are 4 more command centers. A nuclear missile is on the way. Still a few mutas as Reynor fills in. I think he wants enough mutas to one-shot Medivacs and Widowmines. He's going to have 20 mutas. His 40 supply invested. At this point, we got to start. Like, look at Reynor's bank right now. 6,300 minerals, 1,300 gas. He's getting all the +2, +3 upgrades. Fusion core is on the way for Spirit. Though, I seriously doubt we're going to see battle cruisers here. That is almost certainly. Or advanced ballistics. But I can dream. God, this is the ultimate Turtle Terran. Bronze League heroes, eat your heart out. This is how you do it. Planetary fortresses, ghosts, every which way. Lifts some of the command centers for now. And Reynor's working around the edges. He's scratching the paint of the defenses right now. I think Reynor's going to try to start mining out Spirit's side of the map. Nuclear missile is launched. The most aggressive move thus far. 18 more mutas are on the way. Oh my god. Oh my god! He found the ghost. He actually, that's the... he did not notice where the ghost was before the nuke landed. If he loses 18 mutas, that's a sizable amount of gas. So we got to start looking at the mined total here. I don't know exactly how many resources are on this map, but I have a feeling we're going to get pretty close to finding out. Oh. All right, well, the firing squad lines up and lands a few shots on the mutas. The command center count is already well into double digits. We have 8 orbitals, which I believe is enough to have a scan at all times. If you use it as the first one runs out. He's got more command centers across the board. High-sec auto-tracking is done. +2 mech armor. +1 mech weapons. The ultimate Turtle Terran. Spirit here will not be broken. Well, maybe by a flock of a murder of mutas here. The command center, no building armor yet. Okay, he will be broken a little, like maybe a fractured, strained even. The one command center. How many ghosts? Oh my god. 20 ghosts. And I want to point out, Spirit has made no attack. It's not like he did like a mid-game attack. It didn't work out, and now he kind of sat back and turned. I think a lot of Terrans end up in that scenario, where they try this mid-game pressure, and if the Zerg is able to hold it, then the Terran loses a lot of momentum. Like, they're not able to easily get into this position. But now, this time, Spirit has just... he hasn't bothered. Now, I don't think it's nearly... he just fires off a nuke. Just blind fire, hip-firing nukes. Probably not the ideal method of it. But if one lands, it could, of course. Well, that's not solar on the other side. Anyways. But Spirit has not attacked and failed. He has not really put much pressure on Reynor at all. But that means he's been able to concentrate entirely on fortifying his defenses. This is the closest StarCraft 2 will get to a tower defense game. And here we are. All the building upgrades are done. He's filling in the rest. Reynor's still flying around. He's got double Spire. Has +3 flyer attack, +1 flyer carapace. Going for the command center. The ghosts have shown up. Oh my god, the rapid fire snipes. Oh my god, the command center's not dead. Gets repaired so fast. There's so many. No. He's trying to die, but here come the Liberators. He cloaks, snipes out the Overseer. And some, 2,000 gas to 800. That's the result. 18 mutas to 6 ghosts. Mutas are about 100, 100. Ghosts are 150, 125. 94% sure. I got the HP of Zerglings wrong in the last cast. Or a couple casts ago, though. So, I said 45. It's 35, which I knew. I like to pretend I knew. I definitely knew that. But, me and math have a very loose and, open relationship. Oh my. Oh, those creep tumors, though. Oncologist Spirit. Taking out a few creep tumors. Now, nukes are not free. They cost 1 muta apiece. And now we're gonna just start measuring things in terms of mutas, which is a surprisingly appropriate measurement scale. In this particular game. I'm not sure. It depends on the conversion rate of Vespene gas to minerals. A lot of people say 2 to 1. I personally think it's more like a 3 to 1 ratio. It really depends on how you're valuing it. Like, the muta composition obviously values it very highly here. And most bases have about 4 to 5 times as many minerals as they have gas. But, of course, you can't build anything with just Vespene gas. You need minerals for literally everything in the game. So, even if it's just a handful. Well, we'll have to see how the exchange rate progresses as the tech tree branches out for Reynor. He tries the lurkers. And now the mutas find a base. High-sec auto-tracking turret's going to work. He is repairing. Here come the Liberators, being used as an anti-muta tool, like it's 2015. Back when Liberators could pretty much counter everything. Before they had only the bonus to light in the air. Ah, yes, the good old days. If only Terran had a unit that could just kind of counter almost everything. And essentially deal with anything your opponent throws at you. Wouldn't that be nice? Meanwhile, 26 ghosts on the field. Did he just snipe Zerglings? Overkill. Personified. Spirit has been able to take the 2 o'clock, what is that, like a 215? Base over to the top right. Now the 615 base is being taken out as well. The command thing is, though, you lose 4 mutas for a command center. Well, the fusion core died, by the way. Yeah, 12 mutas died in the last minute and a half. Buildings don't actually show up on the battle report. Interesting. Well, the worker counts are dipping for both sides as they focus more and more on army supply. The ghost-based army. 28 ghosts. Oh my god. In all, this is, you may not like it, but this is what peak Terran looks like. 28 ghosts. 2 supply apiece. Nuclear missile launched. Reynor is still trying mutas. Honestly, I'm not sure what the mutas are supposed to accomplish at this stage. Maybe he gets a lucky pickoff on the ghost, but it does seem like a whole lot of effort for incredibly fleeting reward. As at this stage of the game, well, I guess keeping at least a few of them alive is important. How many command? There are 20. The turrets per minute. 25 turrets right now. And some of them have been lost. He's lost 20. He's lost 22 turrets. Spirit is rocking out at nearly 2 turrets per minute. All right, the ultimate Bronze League heroes. As you know, turrets per minute is the most important statistic in Bronze League heroes. As, apparently, the 20 to 200 IQ strategy. It doesn't matter. If you're a 2,000 MMR player, or I was trying to come up with something else. 2,000 MMR Terran, or 4 times that. Apparently, mass turrets is the way to go. The tower defense continues. Reynor has now mined 4,000 more gas, but We'll see if he's able to deny Spirit's southern base. Because right now, clearly, the intent is to deny as many bases as possible. If only just one, that can sometimes tilt the game. Ideally, you tilt... What? What? There's a siege tank out here. Hello? Come get your siege tank! Honestly, siege tanks, not that incredible here. 30 ghosts. 30 ghosts. That's the number. And counting. Oh my god. Well, advanced ballistics, I believe, is done. Yep. We're gonna have to start counting the upgrades that aren't done rather than the ones that are relatively soon. As everyone is filling in, there's only +2 ranged attack for Reynor. A single Zergling. Oh, EMP lands on the Vipers. Is he building Banelings? We haven't seen too many Banelings this game. Because since ghosts are not light units, they do not take extra damage from Banelings. It takes like 5 or 6 Banelings. Alright, Muta's swinging back in towards the north side. Spirit not reacting particularly quickly. May end up losing this command center finally. Oh my, 61 Mutas have been lost. 7 SCVs at a time. The liberation is at hand. The Liberators swing back up. How many Liberators? He's got a dozen Liberators. Jimmy, can we get the matchup guy? It's been a little while since we've brought that one up. Well. Yeah. Looks like both players following the guide correctly so far. Yeah. We'll see if they continue to do so. Siege tanks overrun, but the ghost behind him. Oh my god. Oh god. The new strat. Scan and then mass liberators siege up in order to cover the nuke dot. Honestly, the scan can kind of block it, as we've seen in some of Solar's point of views. Though, it isn't so blinding that you can't see the red dot if you're truly looking for it. Is there a nuke? There actually isn't at the moment. Well, Reynor's going to lose one of his bases. How much gas? Okay, we gotta start... Oh, God. We gotta start counting how much gas is left. Looks like Spirit gonna be mining out. Reynor trying to mine as much as possible. There's still like 2/3. You start at 2250 gas. Oh, this is my favorite part. All right, invest today. Oh wait, there's a fight happening. We'll check back the mule market momentarily. Well, actually, for a few moments there was a downturn in the market. But it looks like the ghosts are going to come back around. We're looking at 9 orbital commands, 3 planetaries, 4 command centers, 8 barracks, 2 starports, and a new car. Well, I'm wondering when we will see the Broodlord attempt. As Reynor, this has always been, in my humble and incompetent opinion, the main weakness of Reynor is just, and also, well, I'm gonna go ahead and let myself in because Reynor plays the kind of Zerg that I love. The reason I played Zerg as a main race for a lot of when I started out in StarCraft 2 is that Muta, Ling, Baneling. Alright, just the swarm overwhelming things and out macroing and running over opponents. But as StarCraft 2 has matured and in Legacy of the Void, that unit composition does not age particularly well. As between the ghosts and the liberators and just the defensive setup and micro, you just... The diminishing returns on Mutas, that assumes there are some returns. And right now it's becoming very, very difficult to see them. So far, Reynor does have more money in the bank. Smart servos on the way. What upgrades don't we have? Ultralisks. Place your bets. Will we see ultras by the time this is done? Snipes. Command center and hatchery on the screen at the same time, of course. Classic. And we're not at the 2-minute mark, but instead the 26-minute mark. Broodlord's on the way, Snipes. Popping a few more mutas out of the sky. Just enough bioarmy mixed in to make things difficult. Does he have +3? He only has +2 ship weapons. Spirit here. And only +2 ranged attack. Maxed out flyer upgrades though for Reynor. +3 mech weapons and armor for Spirit. Ah yes, back to the mule market. Surprisingly even income for quite a bit here. Lurkers diving onto the planetary to the north. Finally taking it out. How much gas is left? About half in those gas geysers. Muta's still in the main. Still trying to get something done. Lining up more snipes, and that should be the end of the mutas. Nearly 100... Okay, well, almost. Current count, 31 ghosts. Overseers. Left behind. I don't know. Let's get a good scout. What's he building? Looks like ghosts. Thank you, Overseers. Very, very valuable input. Maybe a contaminate. And he could delay... Actually, at this point, there's nothing really left to contaminate. There's almost no... Maybe the armory. Oh, I love it. Spirit killed off the last... Well, he had their scanner. He just killed off the last mutas. And he switched to high-impact mode of the Thors. But the Great Sporist is moving forward. He's using the Cannibal Broodlords, triggering them on his own units and buildings to an extent. The Spine Crow, but here comes the Bio Army, lining up a snipe on the Infestor, but the Fungal interrupts it. But more Bio trickling through the spores here. Trying to deal with the Infestors on the back line. Infestor Broodlord, a classic tactic. The Broodlord's trying to move forward, but the Snipes are chasing them back. And the Infestors were not enough. The Thors and the Ghosts will hunt down the Broodlords. The drones, the Infestors, it's a bit of a disaster for Reynor, but another army heading in. Oh, wait a second. This is no longer a wall. Wait, he's mining from both sides of whatever's left of this base. The Lurkers cannot match the Liberators, of course. And now Reynor is just like... So, now we have to start asking ourselves... Or Reynor has to start asking himself, and we have to sit back and backseat game a bit because, wow, this looks exhausting. So Reynor has to start asking himself, what does winning look like? The actual, like, how do you, and this is not meant to be rhetorical, how do you win the game? Because a lot of the time it's beat the army and then kill the production. But... how do you beat... this army does... It is incredibly hard to beat. The amount of the sheer firepower and the potential is unrivaled, essentially, in StarCraft 2. So, we're going to have to go back to the expert on such matters, Dark, who understands that multifaceted spellcasters... some incredible micro and a heaping helping of confidence is usually the best way. I'm talking 25 Infestors, 20 Broodlords, handful of Vipers. Just, even then, I don't think I've seen Dark face off against quite this level of Terran composition. We had a nuke launched off, already building another one. Neither player has much in the bank, so if the fight goes horribly wrong for either side, we're even not that great. There's just not that much. The physical amount of income, usually peak time. Well, oh wow, he actually forced it back, and Parasitic Bomb, as the Liberator Siege, is going to do a lot of combo damage there. Wombo combo and Fungal plus Parasitic Bomb coming off, but at the same time, the ghost count is still so damn high. Okay, you know what the production... Take a screenshot of the production tab and assume that's going to be the rest of the game whenever there's supply open. Alright. Command centers are lifting from the men, the Zerglings. Now, It's small moves like this that actually can tilt the game. Because you bring so many units back to deal with it. The Broodlords are coming forward, breaking through the siege tanks. The Liberators are taking so much damage from the parasitic bomb. And in the main, there should still be enough scans to deal with it. Yep, he's just scanning his entire main. Oh my, no, Reynor! Ah! Almost consumes his own base to death. Does he have enough for a parabomb? Spirit! Not paying attention to his Liberators. That'll cost him most of them. And those Liberators are what hold position. That's what zones out the infestors on the ground so they can't continually chain fungal. And interrupt the ghost, essentially. Or zone out the Thors. So, some pretty significant losses there for Spirit. Tally it up. Honestly, at this point, Parasitic Bomb on 1 unit, fine. Reynor's mining pretty comfortably again from the few minerals he has left. A small bioforce. More than enough, though, to take out a hatchery. But again, oh my god, Microbial Shroud! An Intimidation Shroud. As there's nothing underneath for the moment, but Microbial oh no, he's looking the wrong way! He needs the Fungal ZMP! Doesn't quite land, the scans. You can't look the wrong way for a second against this army. He's even dropping the Thors down to chase. The snipe's coming over the side, but the cloak has drained the energy of many of the ghosts. Reynor trying to hold it. Like, you can't just give up all this ground, even if you can't mine from here anymore. Because you need to take every opportunity, especially in those choke points, to fight and trade with the army. I think both players realize where this is going, and it's to the last mineral, or at least close to it. Spirit has managed to mine some of this base. So far, tens of thousands of resources, 45,000 resources lost. Minerals lost, 19,000 gas for Reynor. 40k, 14k for Spirit. The Ghost whips out an EMP, just fires at the ground there, and actually, I think, hits some of the infestors. The minerals mined is a little higher for Reynor overall, but he's also lost way more. There's still a single is that the only Hydra? Is that why we're... Yep. Thor drops. Ghosts and Liberators, oh my, he's cutting the wheat from the chaff here. Only the strongest will survive. Oh, the bio... Are there even any? Yeah, he's a handful of Marines and Marauders, I think, roaming around. Somewhere, I don't know exactly. Oh yeah, they're just underneath the army, just kind of mixed in there. Reynor setting up. The Broodlord count, 18. Those are rookie numbers, alright? You need more Broodlords than your age, Reynor. You need at least a few more of them. You're not even maxed out. Army supply is 150, though. Massive. So, Broodlords do kind of a dual-faceted attack. The first attack is when they throw their brood spawns, or broodlings, as they're known, onto the ground. And that is affected by the flyer attack upgrade. So, that initial damage, the impact of the broodling, is flyer attack. And then the broodling itself benefits from the melee upgrades. Ooh. So, both kind of work into it. Also, I want to point out, you ever notice broodlings are just little broodlords? But broodlords are jealous lords. That's why they morph from corruptors. Okay. As opposed to broodlings growing up into broodlords. Because of that corruption. I don't know, I kind of lost the plot on that one a little, but... Oh my god, more EMPs, the dance, the broodlings! But, must have been the wind. The scan barrage. Reynor has mined 68k minerals to Spirit 75. Though Reynor has 32k gas to 27. Lurkers. I guess split and stim. Spirit. Understanding how to dismantle them. Reynor trying to, like, he's running out of minerals on his side of the map. Spirit is... I do love the Penta Thor drop here. 5 Thors and Medivacs. Ready to drop the hammer. Well, hammers, I guess. Because their weapons are called Thor's hammers. Quite literally. Because you know, it's a joke. Because, like... Stop! Oh my god! 36 minutes. And we're still minerals and gas on the map, so... Something Viking lore. Oh no, we're back here again. How many ghosts are we at? 25. I've seen more. About 10 minutes ago. Parasitic bombs. Oh, but the Thors! The Thors are dropped! The ghosts, though, massive fungals! He didn't get enough EMP! The ghosts are being slaughtered! They're dying left, right, and center! And they won't shut up about it! They're so damn loud! Oh... Spirit, trying to win the game outright, may have just done the opposite. He lost so much! Reynor held on to just enough energy. He held it together. Reynor, I don't know why Spirit committed. But Reynor takes a overwhelming, a clear victory. He killed 16 ghosts, 4 Thors, 4 Liberators. It only cost him 4 Broodlords. Spirit! I don't think they have Major League Baseball in Poland. But if so, you should try out as a starting pitcher because that was quite a throw. Oh no! What? Oh. What has he done? I don't know why. Like, I think he was just confident he could win. Because he's thinking, like, I got all these Thors. It's going to be so sick. Drop that. Come on. You got 5 Thors and Medivacs. Of course you're going to. Does he have rapid reignition thrusters? That's what went wrong. All right? I'm going to blame it all on rapid reignition thrusters. And not on Spirit completely jumping the gun and having his ghosts all clumped up, right? Like he's doing a Cure cosplay. No rapid reignition thrusters. No Medivac speed. No boost cooldown? Okay, does he still have a fusion core? It's because that fusion core got killed in a past age. Sometime dozens of minutes. I don't know exactly when, but I remember seeing the fusion core die. So that has... Wow, Spirit made this a lot more interesting with that move. It looked like Reynor was slowly getting ground down by one of the most cost-effective unit compositions in the entire game. But instead, now, well, they're running out of cards in the deck here. They can't pull any more. The minerals are running out. The gas as well. There's 1 or 2 bases left. Yep, we're gone. Vespine mined out. How many? Oh, we got to start doing that whole counting thing. This is almost gone. This base is gone. This base, no gas here. I don't know why. I guess there was, yeah, no gas at all. How much is there? This is it. This is it. There's like 800. Oh my god. So we're about to get the answer of exactly how much gas is on Neo-Humanity. To a decent... degree of accuracy. Oh my god. Which means we're going back to the Hellbats. I don't know what the wars of the 40-minute mark will be fought with. But I know the 50-minute mark will be fought with Marines and Zerglings. Well, more like Hellbats and Queens, actually. The way we're going. Actually, Reynor's just broke in general, so Reynor will be fighting with whatever he can put together, and Spirit will have Hellbats. Anyways, oh my god, there's ghosts in a medevac with like 4 HP. He's rebuilding barracks. The nuke is gonna land. Even the spores are valuable at this stage. Is that a scouting command center? What is happening? He's gonna fly it into the spores. Could you not? If only it did damage when it fell to the ground. Well, I hope your pizza rolls didn't get too cold. No neural parasite, I don't think. Wait, how do you go this on? Can he get enough gas for Neural Parasite? I feel like EMPing a ghost at this, or Neural Parasiting a ghost at this point is one of the best options. Parasitic Bomb will actually affect the Vikings as they drive by it. The Broodlord count, that's more like it, 22. Reynor is maxed out for the last time. Spirit does have a bit in the bank, but the Ghost count has been better. The Liberator count is... There are no Liberators. It's 0. The count is 0. Reynor cannot, like... He cannot... He really wants to keep Spirit from getting the gas, but if it costs him more gas himself... Oh, the EMPs. The Vikings! Oh, it all so costly. Production tabs essentially empty. Brandon, no! We can't... Well, actually, we can lose a few queens here, but... Reynor's long distance mining from the few mineral patches left. 175 versus 163 army supply. Oh my god. Honestly, past the initial turtle phase, this still has been pretty action-packed. This hasn't been just sitting back. They've both been jockeying for position at these last bases. It is incredibly... it's very, very tense and somewhat tedious, these sorts of armies, but it has not been passive. Anything but. Oh, he really wants to keep the... Reynor cannot... Reynor's out of gas. Literally and maybe figuratively. Spirit has a few hundred more to mine. 100. Which means repairs become costly. Repairs cost only 1/4 as much as the price of a unit. But if a unit costs gas, so he loses a Thor. And Reynor may be able to deny. And remember, by the way, it's at this point. Oh, well, we have to see if Spirit's going to be able to retake the base. As Reynor being driven back now. The orbital is burning! So down it goes. Viper abducts one of the Liberators. Parasitic Bomb can be used on the edge. Just yanks it into the spores. Okay, so if the last Corruptors are sniped and there's no more gas on the map, this could be a draw. There could very well be no way to kill Spirit's floating buildings. So, like, and that's it. The gas is gone. Trying to rebuild refineries here. The planetary has Spirit has given up on it. He's scanning another base. Yeah, 0 gas. He's just scanning the bases. And is it time? Is the income tab about to... 0 get... There's still... I don't know. We don't have quite vision of that, but... So, fun fact. The game timer... Fun StarCraft fact time! The game timer now has an hours count. Because back in the day, we used to use StarCraft time, which is about 1.4 times faster than real time. This is a legacy from Brood War, when normal speed was played at 1 second equals 1 second. But the Koreans are like, no, screw that. We're playing on faster, which was about 1.4 times. So all esports matches and even Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm were played on faster speed, which is seconds literally move faster in game. And the game is still technically played at that speed. It's just they converted all the timers and rounded it to the nearest, like, normie second. But there's still some quirks like the game timer itself. That's why a lot of the upgrades, like 100 seconds for Aspire is now 71 seconds. In real life, such as you would. So, if it felt like games were longer or are much quicker now, partially that's because of the worker start, but also because literally less in-game time is passed in the way we measure it. So, I'm glad we had time for that time-based discussion. Well. Alright, well, trying to retake this base. as... Jimmy, what is that? What do you mean? It's been... Oh, come on. All right. Well, it is time for a quick advertising break. Hello, everyone. I am Winter. And if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, well, that's not very nice. So, it'd be cool. I cast a lot of StarCraft. If you don't like it, then why are you here like 45 minutes in? Are you a masochist? Don't answer that. Just subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. And press... Shut up, Jimmy! I don't... Thank you. Welcome back. I apologize. Alright, the last SCVs. Wow. Alright. The workers rise up. Those drones are irreplaceable. The SCVs are fighting the drones for the last minerals. The Zerglings come in and kind of tilt the fight towards that direction. He's trying to get rid of them. There is zero. Spirit can no longer repair anything that requires gas. So pretty much he can repair... He can't repair anything but Hellbats. Oh, no. And Marines it is at the fifth. The Viking. Oh, but one wombo combo. Oh, my God. Does he have a nuke? Well, he can't build any more nukes. The income is 0. His income... Well... Reynor is going to be extracting... It looks like the very last gas on the map. You can't build any more Marauders, bro. No, be careful, the Medivacs! Oh my God, somehow we've gotten to the point where even a Medivac or a few units is so... They're so precious! A ghost dies. That ghost will... Okay, I'm gonna stop saying will not be coming back, but it's worth bearing in mind. Ah, yes, the Zergling. Trying to summon more gas from Kerrigan or something. I don't know. But essentially just try not to die. Did Reynor actually build a hatchery? I feel like the hatchery. Well, is it worth the minerals? He's getting neural finally. Oh my God, I thought he forgot. But he actually was just so incredibly out of gas. How many infestors left? Only 6. How much gas left? 300. And so we're reenacting the early game we never had. Blue Flame, Hellions, and Marines and Medivacs are fighting over the last few hundred minerals here. Just scanning just in case of brood Zerglings. Remember, we gotta keep an eye on the corruptor count because it's still true that this could very well end up a draw, and we'll have to do it all again. Okay. Well. And just drop the mules, bro. How many? He's got 8 orbitals. Do we really need to land the command center next to it at this stage? 2 more corruptors. Oh, I am pretty sure that Reynor's realizing this. Like, he does not want to draw. Oh my. He's dropping the mules on the final minerals. The last infestor. The standoff continues. So, what's the final count on the gas? How much gas is on this map? I think... Wait, how is there... Does it count, like, if an SCV or a drone, well, in this case an SCV, grabs a gas canister and it doesn't return it, like it dies before returning it, I think we get an odd number. I think that's how that works. So, the answer is... about 77,000. Yes? Is that? No, that's not how math works. Oh, that's way up. 69,000. And I won't take a penny less. Give or take. As for minerals, 170,000. Just about. How much is still in these armies? 10k, 5.7 for Spirit, 9.47.3 for Reynor. Queen's on the way. Oh my god. He's losing overlords. Oh, the parasitic bomb. Permanent damage to the Vikings. Oh my god. How has it come to this? I know how. I was here, but... Queens. Marines. Still 4,300 minerals. Reynor literally can't do anything with 20 gas. Can't even build a Baneling. Oh god. Oh, the Vikings! They no longer one-shot corruptors. That's... Oh, he attack moved his own queen! Ah! He meant to hit the creep tuber, I guarantee you. Oh no! Brenda! Oh no. The last lurker. The income? Wait, is he still there's still a mineral patch. The entire map. Oh my. $36 Zerglings and a supply block. Reynor's out. That's it. It's all gone. What is the unit count? 84 Zerglings. I don't even know if 84 Zerglings can kill 1 plus 3 Hellbat. 17 Brood Lords. 9 Banelings. 5 very important Corruptors. 1 Lurker. 7 Infestors. 15 Queens. Against 5 Thors. 13 SCVs. 6 Medevacs. 13 Hellbats. 8 Vikings. 4 Liberators. 2 Ghosts. 5 Marauders. 34 Marines. And 19 Ghosts. Wait, I say Ghost twice? What did I replace with Ghosts? I don't know. But Liberators finding some more Zerglings. Oh my god, getting roasted by the Hellbats. There's still 3,800 minerals. Neither player, remember, neither player knows exactly. Well, I'm pretty sure at this point they know the gas is gone. There will be no more gas units. It's very clear to Reynor especially. But they can't know exactly how many minerals are left. Queens are pretty good. Hellbats and Marines are pretty great. Oh my god, wait. Are those mineral patches? There's still 800 minerals here. And 8 Hellbats definitely could make the difference. Probably won't, but... Oh my. There's nothing left to do. Oh wait, there's minerals here. What? Did Reynor just realize that? I think both players are about to... They're literally just scrolling around the bases like, oh, wait a second. Okay, well... That one guy in the comments. Like, oh my god, Winter, I can't believe you missed. Well, Reynor missed these minerals too, okay? So... And I'm almost as good, give or take. I completely missed them. That means I made a pro-level mistake. Or he was saving them. I'm sure. Get better with age. If only they did. That'd be interesting. Well. Oh, wait. This is actually worse for Spirit than if he lost the turret. Because he's spending minerals to repair it. I don't think this is intentional from Reynor. But this is the weirdest scenario where I think it's actually better to just attack the turret. Anyways. No! 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 The infestors! No! Oh! 4 infestors left. The ghosts in their Oh my god, the hero Zergling draining the minerals via bureaucratic oversight. It will eventually kill the turret. So if any of you were asking the hot question that everyone's asking is, does 1 plus 3 Zergling with adrenal glands out DPS and SCV repairing a building armor turret? The answer is yes. Yes, it does. I gotta say, man, it's always fun to play versus you, says Reynor. I'm getting the distinct impression that that may or may not be sarcastic. Very high momentum games. Now, I don't know. Reynor could be completely and utterly serious. All right, so we've devolved into the part of the game that happens. So this is essentially like the arcade games, Marine Arena, or Zone Control, or any of those games, where when nobody really has the money or the position to fight anymore because they risk losing outright, they devolve to typing in chat and trying to win through power. Well, I don't think Reynor's trying to win here, but I've got the distinct impression he is not loving this position he's in, as I don't know if I've ever seen a comment more drenched in sarcasm than the Zerg player who just spent 56 minutes fighting more ghosts than the History Channel. So, while getting continually scanned, the Ven Trioscan, the Ven Quadrascan even. He's spreading his infestors. So, I think Reynor at this point is saying, come and get me. He's no longer making any attempt to fight. But there's a big difference right now between not losing and winning. The Vipers are all dead. And without the Vipers, it becomes near impossible to actually push into an entrenched position. There's no parasitic bomb, no abduct. Infestors are good, but you can't actually really dislodge the Liberators at this stage. Assuming Spirit, of course, is not out of position. Will Spirit notice these last mineral patches? Reynor is building queens with everything he has left. Well... the ghosts? Well, bio units can be healed on both sides. The queens can transfuse. Medevacs still exist. The medevacs themselves cannot be repaired. But as we approach the 1 hour mark, the times of plenty have ended. The times of scarcity are long gone. And now, very simply, is what's left. War. What is it good for? The rocks. The constant scans. How many orbitals? 8 of them. Reynor's still mining, by the way. There's like 1,200 minerals. There's still a couple thousand minerals. Like, that's, you know, there's still a trickle of minerals. He's got 7 drones. The Hellions looking for an opportunity. Reynor not looking to offer it. Ah, yes. So, I mean, we knew it would get here in some fashion. I knew there would be this time. I didn't know how long it would take or exactly what it would look like, but in these trying times, we wonder, what was it all for? Why do we fight? What is it worth? 4 Thors and 1 ill-fated drop of Ghost Spirit attempted to win the game outright. He dropped the Thors on top of the broods. He sniped some of the overseers. He EMP'd the infestors, but got caught in a fungal. And such devastating, terrible damage was dealt that he was no longer able to close the game out. And Reynor left without a doubt. He has enough clout, but overall, most of the fights have ended in rout. His comments, he will flout. His sarcasm, he will tout. And Spirit claps back with a very long-winded attack. A comment that Reynor, his face he wants to smack. But that's not how we play StarCraft. No, it isn't that. The micro itself is beginning to slack. The mentality showing severe signs of a crack. And for some of the commentary, you might catch some flack. But at the end of the day, he asked, what can I do? I've tried everything. Even a drop or two. I've made Hellions, Thors, Orbitals.
Hell, it's about time.
How about you? Hellbats as well. I've made a few. But at the end of the day, it's all been thrown askew. The minerals gone. The gas mined out too. But this map ain't big enough for the both of us. I don't know. There was a point where I said it was passive aggressive. They were going back and forth. That point ended. Spirit, from the observer perspective, oh my god, the Viking flower. So at the very least, if he places, at this point, I think it's a draw. If Spirit wants it to be a draw, it is a draw. Why? Because Reynor can no longer chase his buildings down. There is no way if he just stacks all his Liberators and Vikings in a corner. Now this is a huge gamble, but there are 5. There's no more, so he can't know this for a fact. Not yet. But if Spirit wants this to be a draw, I think it is. Because he can just camp all of his Vikings, even bruised like this, and his Liberators in a corner with 1 to 10 of his Orbitals and Barracks. The thing is, Reynor could, probably doesn't, but could still have some gas in order to build a Viper. Or have a couple more Corruptors. So Spirit doesn't know for a science fact that he has that potential. And also, from his perspective and from our perspective, Spirit is in a winning position. Reynor literally has just been attempting not to lose. I think at this point, the best case scenario is not losing. Oh my. Now we're gonna play Nova Covert Ops for a while with these ghosts. Oh my. It's always the strats you most medium expect. Oh yeah, the rocks are down. You can't drop them on the ghosts anymore. I do propose replacing the scan noise. No. Jimmy. Or Spirit, sorry.
Hello there.
Alright. That really missed potential. They could have made dozens of dollars if they offered different sound effects and stuff. You know what? I would have paid many dozens of dollars for the brute.
Hello there.
It feels like that would be more honest, that noise as well. Transfuse? Oh my god. Another one dead. Wow, this is... Oh, wow. Well, thank you guys for being here with me. I gotta say, for the very most part, I have truly enjoyed casting StarCraft 2 over the years. And even though this game might send me into retirement, even if we get those 1,036 likes, I do hope you'll continue to enjoy into the future. I debated casting this one. I knew, like, I did my best not to spoil. I just know the file size of this replay is over 2 megabytes, which, for reference, the average replay is about 200 kilobytes. So this replay was so large, I literally couldn't put it onto SC2 replay stats, because SC2 replay stats only accepts file sizes up to 2 megabytes, because that covers 99.99% of SC2 replays. So all I knew about this game before loading it was the file size was larger than Big Gabe. And now here we are. And it was Reynor versus Spirit. That's it. But as we got in and saw such macro-oriented openers, I had my suspicions on where we'd end up. This is... I don't know. Eventually Spirit should win, but if he missed micros once, just one time, like, well, maybe more than one time, but if he missed micros a little bit, all it takes is a few ghosts going down, and Reynor pretty much can no longer win, but he definitely can lose. Oh god, we're going with the Thors. At this point, you start... What did he just do? What have you done? I don't know. Did he just kill a turret? Freeing up supply. Be an odd time to do so. With 2 SCVs left, one of them over here. And then Diascan. The Hellions. Oh, but the fight catches some ghosts! Can he kill them, though? He gets one. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Well, here come the Vikings. I think it's very important he doesn't lose the Vikings, because those are his ticket out. The spores everywhere here. Oh, EMP around the edges. Whiffs one. Going for the creep tumors here. There's still how many queens? There's 14 queens. The knitting crew, the overlords are all there to make targeting more difficult. And also because units might just get picked off anyways. There's still the 4 infestors. There's still the 1 lurker. How about upgrades? Are there any key upgrades besides rapid reignition thrusters? My god, he's got... Oh, the Hellions! He still has 1,500 minerals. And also, he still has minerals to mine, technically. Oh my god. The lurker! He just gave it away. I don't know if Spirit knew it still existed. The spore... Thankfully, concussive shells don't work against spore crawlers. I'm not sure why not. Oh no! The queen's getting whittled down one by one. Going full King Henry on this. Rest in peace, Susan. The Lings and Banes. There's still a few thousand minerals here. Man, I do feel like Well, there's a difference between trying to win and wanting to win. And I think, oh no, well, things are happening! Ah, he's in the main! We're fighting again! Remember this! Things are on fire. He's running away from the Hellions in his own base. The last Banelings expended. A scan, the lurker, everything's pulling back. Pull back to the keep! Oh, wait. Oh, wait, there's one Broodlord staying back home. But ground has been gained. Spirit will rebuild with everything he has. Oh my god, those Hellbats are so tanky. He didn't actually kill the Lurker Den. Though, that might be intentional to minimize the brood. And also, it's not like he's building Lurkers anytime soon. Or ever again. Which is not very soon, technically. Oh, well. Now the Concave of Ghosts. So, like, you can almost feel... I feel like you can feel Reynor wanting to rage quit right now. If I was Reynor, I would... like, this is one of those. You're in the middle. It's the ESL Summer Regional Championship. Okay. I'm actually not sure what game of the series this is. But you really don't want to be rage quitting any of them. I mean, obviously. We learned that with Hydra many years ago. Oh, God, that neural parasite has not... If he gets one neural on the ghost, that does... Oh, yeah, siege tanks. Remember those? We're fine. Things are happening again. All right, wake up. Well, oh no, a ghost died. A ghost died, everyone. Ah! Put a kiss. Another best of 3 or something. This clickbait better be good. All right, to suffer through this. I hope you enjoyed this whole experience with me. So, I think it's finally coming to a conclusion where either Spirit will botch another full attack, and he didn't fully botch that first attack earlier, but he definitely didn't succeed as cleanly as he could have. So, either Spirit will botch this attack and lose so much. I still don't think there's any threat of Spirit losing the game. Either lose so much that he can't win, or he will grind Reynor down. How many infestors? Oh my god, down to 2. Oh no, with no infestors, there's nothing left to stop the ghosts. The Broodlords won't be enough. He gets another couple invaluable ghosts. 13 ghosts. Oh my god. Well, a Venn diagram of freedom. Still 4 liberators. Reynor, gotta start using the broodlings from his own buildings here. Oh no, the queen! Brenda, watch out! Okay, here we go! It's happening! The final fight! Here comes Reynor! Oh god, it's bad. Well, the Spore Crawlers managed to burrow even though the creep runs out. And, well, he couldn't fall back any further. Wait, there's enough, right? Congrats, GG. Spirit, after 74 minutes and 39 seconds, after mining out the entirety of neo-humanity, it's over. It's well, the conclusion that seemed incredibly likely, but not quite inevitable, has finally come to pass. So, that, well, thank you, Jimmy, was an experience. 71 ghosts, 42 broodlords. Apparently that's the answer. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope it was a net positive experience. I hope I made your day a little bit better. And I hope to bring you somewhat more concise matches in the future. Every once and again, we need a match like that to remind us that we're not playing Age of Empires, but instead StarCraft 2. So hopefully we can get those 1,036 likes and move on to probably anything else. I don't know. I lost about 30 minutes ago I lost it. But hopefully I'll find it again by the next time. Thank you for watching. I hope I made your day a little bit better. Good luck, have fun. See you next time. Stay chill.